Great to welcome Kara Moore, the Director of Community Engagement for the Lowcountry Food Bank, to the WHHI Daily News. Kara, Director of Community Engagement. Sounds like you shake a lot of hands. Tell me about it.
Certainly. Well, it is a new role for Lowcountry Food Bank, but it is not a new concept.
Right.
We are doing what many other food banks and human services organizations across the country have already embraced, because we know that it is going to take more than food to end hunger. And we have a vision of achieving a nourished and thriving coastal South Carolina. So what community engagement means for us and for my role is being able to understand that food insecurity has many root causes. And that while we as a food bank may not be able to address all of those root causes ourselves, we believe that it's important and that we have a responsibility to work together with other organizations and individuals who specialize in things that we do not, like affordable housing, transportation, healthcare, et cetera, so that we can make informed referrals and support policies and strategies that will enable everyone in the Lowcountry to have what they need to thrive.
That sounds like a huge undertaking. I mean, it's hard enough, and we know the great work you guys do in trying to feed the people of the Lowcountry, which is a giant task in itself. But to go the next step, it sounds overwhelming. Where are you imagining this going over the next? Let's take short terms, the next year or so.
It's taken a number of forms. So for us, it looks like, for example, being active in different coalitions that bring together diverse individuals and organizations, public, private, nonprofit, to all sit together at the same table and figure out where there's common ground and where we can work better together to meet the needs of our neighbors collectively rather than in isolation. It means learning about and being able to connect the people that walk in our doors looking for food assistance with other resources that they may need. We know that food is probably one of just many things that may be a challenge for them. How can we get them connected to other organizations that specialize in those services that we do not? And it means learning and listening to people in our communities who are experiencing or have experienced food insecurity, because they can offer some of the best ideas for how to address food insecurity.
You've also talked about a little bit about how to deal with federal programs, the government and opportunities there that exist for people once they learn about them. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely. Well, two of the federal nutrition programs that we definitely advocate for and promote are SNAP and WIC. As I mentioned, the food bank can only do so much to fill the meal gap. Nationwide, we know that the charitable food sector alone is not going to be able to end hunger. SNAP and WIC are two very important nutrition programs that can help families stretch their grocery dollars. There is a statistic that says for every one meal that a food bank or food pantry provides, SNAP can provide 9.
Wow.
So SNAP goes a long way towards helping families fill their grocery carts and be able to choose the foods they want, just like you and I do, that will best meet the needs of their families. So we see our role as being advocates for those programs and as promoting awareness of those programs and helping people learn about who is eligible and how to apply.
What's the best way for folks to find out about your expanded now services and ways for them to get involved maybe in helping support you? Is the website the best place to go?
Website is the perfect place to go. lowcountryfoodbank.org. We have a food finder tool on there where you can search for local pantries and food distributions. We also have information about other programs and services like SNAP. And right now, folks will find information up there about Hunger Action Month. Since we are in September, it is timely. Hunger Action Month is the month of September, and there are a lot of great suggestions for how people can get involved in supporting our work.
This is all great stuff. Kara, we hope to talk to you again soon. Kara Moore, the Director of Community Engagement, the new Director of Community Engagement for the Lowcountry Food Bank. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with more right after this.